Whoop, surprise. Stop hiding, bro. Stop hiding. Get this work. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Hey, I'm going crazy, y'all. Ooh, your boy going crazy. I done ran out of ammo. Oh, with the up close. Let's go. Was going crazy on him. Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy C-Kid here, man. Back with another video for y'all. Now, today's video, I'm hyped, man, and you should be hyped too, because today we're gonna be talking about the LG C3. This is my 1 week experience with using this TV, y'all. I have been on this thing literally every single day since I got it. In my last video where I unboxed this, I set it up. You guys had a lot of questions in there, and I mean, just look at the list, y'all. Y'all was going in. I'm gonna sprinkle a lot of you guys' questions throughout this video. Look at their TV going off. Oh, hey, wake up. We ain't done. I'm gonna do it in a fun way and give you guys answers to that, along with some of the things that I found with this TV. But let's go ahead and get to it, man. First thing I want to talk about with this TV is the overall build quality. How has this TV held up within a 1 week's time frame? Has it broken down? Have I noticed any issues with it? I'm just gonna start this off. The TV so far has been holding up pretty solid. Like, I haven't had any issues with it as far as the build quality. Nothing's falling apart. The IO ports are all working fine. The stand is holding up. I like this whole like brushed metallic material that they're using around the border of the TV. I feel like it gives it a way more premium design and look and feel, because the C2, what we saw with this TV was the fact that it was way more rounded. Although it still looks good, don't get me wrong. If you got the C2, I ain't hating on your C2, because look, I'm still a fan of the C2 too. So another thing I like about this TV, all of the IO ports on the back is all on one side. Whereas on the C2, a lot of the ports, they had some of them on the side, and then they had some of them that was directly behind the TV. Something that I never really understood, but the fact that now on this model, we got them all on one side, yo. Thank you, LG. Another thing I like the stand. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was kind of like, you know, I don't know about the stand, because the stand to me, I was like, is it too small? Is it really gonna work with this bigger TV, or should we have like the two legs? Like, should we have a leg here and possibly like a leg there? I said, you know what? I'm gonna put my biasness aside. Wake up. Wake up. I put it on the stand, and I'm gonna be honest, the TV is definitely sturdy. It's not going anywhere. You're not gonna have any issues with the stand as far as falling off. So there's two other things that I don't like. I don't like the fact that the back of this is way more plasticky than it was on the C2 model. The C2 model had more of like this premium glossy style feeling that was on the back, which is something that I actually prefer over kind of like this plastic material that they kind of gave us on the back. As you can hear, listen, that sound like the TV need lotion on it, you scratching too much. Another thing I don't like is the fact that on this TV, they didn't give us USB 3.1 ports. They gave us USB 2.0 ports. I mean, it's cool, it works, it's fine. I feel like we're in the days of just updated technology. So with this TV being the latest and newest model, I don't understand why they wouldn't have given us the USB 3.1 ports. Again, nitpicking, not that big of a deal, but it is something I wanted to mention to you guys. All right, so the next one is from somebody called the Grim Reaper. I don't know why your name is the Grim Reaper, but you know, I'm kind of nervous even reading this. All I'm gonna say is, yo, don't come for me. Your boy ain't ready. All right, he said, dope video, man. I'm new to LG TVs. Does the C3 not come with any wall mounting? Also, how much warranty do you get? All right, so let's start with the wall mounting. So no, the C3 does not come with any wall mounting accessories. Honestly, I don't know any TV that does come with any wall mounts. So if you do, then let me know down below, because I've never seen it. Now, if you do want to go and get it wall mounted, LG does offer a $99 service where they will have a technician come in, they'll wall mount it for you, get the whole installation and everything set up for you, and then you ain't got to do nothing. But honestly, I would say that $99, just YouTube how to wall mount a TV, and you're gonna be good to go. Now, as far as the warranty goes, yes, they do got a 1 year warranty on parts and labor. So hope that helps. All right, so the next thing we gotta talk about is probably one of the main reasons why you would even buy this TV or even consider buying this TV, and that's the screen quality. So C-Kid, how has it been? Has it been good? Is it really worth the money? Listen, when I tell you, man, the screen quality on this TV is fire. The first thing I did was a test of it right out of the box. I wanted to see, is the picture quality accurate as far as the colors, the highlights, the contrast, the OLED brightness, all of that? How is it straight out of the box, not tweaking nothing? I felt like this TV here, as far as the color accuracy, was probably better than a lot of the TVs that's out there on the market today. It's good to see that LG is making those efforts to color calibrate these TVs the best that they possibly can for those people out there that may not know how to go through the TV and do a lot of the color calibrations. And I might do a video, so let me know if y'all interested in that, showing you guys my color calibration techniques techniques and just some of the different things that I do to get the picture quality to my personal liking. Now, you just gotta be careful not to overdo it, because you can have some people on here looking like Oompa Loompas on here, and it ain't gonna end well. Now, the other thing that I noticed about this TV when it came to picture quality is the screen brightness. I felt like the screen brightness on this TV is brighter. Now, I do know that they claim that it is 20% brighter than it is on the previous model. And again, we've seen that in marketing jargon all the time. But on this one, y'all, I gotta be honest, I felt like this one is a little bit more brighter in picture quality than it is on the C2. Now, again, it's not a knock to the C2. The C2 is perfectly fine. I personally didn't even have any issues with the brightness levels on the C2, but when I saw how bright this one actually gets, then I was kind of like, you know what? I can see the difference and why people would want a brighter OLED image than something that we get on the C2. But again, C2 is perfectly fine. But overall, I felt like the picture quality on this TV, it passed every single test when it came to Netflix, gaming on it, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, any other applications, man, where you watching high definition and high quality content, it's gonna look fine on it. All right, so B-Fish, I'm gonna call you B-Fish. B-Fish wanna know, do you know what the input lag is on a C3? Yes, I do. It is 0.3 milliseconds. So if you're using your PS5 or your Xbox Series, then you know you're gonna be good to go, man. You ain't gonna notice no lag time. So there you go. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, let's go ahead and stop this. We got to talk about this home screen right here. This is probably one of the single most things that I had an issue with when it came to the C2, because I felt like on the C2 with WebOS, they just had way too much stuff trying to load up on the screen at one time, and it just boggled down that A9 Gen 5 processor. It just slowed down the experience with using the C2. I felt like they watched my video, because I had literally said in that video, they need to somewhat group these so that way it's a whole lot smoother experience and you just don't have pages and pages and pages of stuff. Here, we only scrolling down really one time. We're scrolling down one time, and that's it, which is fire. Now, as far as some of the other changes staying on this home screen here, we can see we got 3 new tabs really here. We got Home Office. Now, Home Office is gonna allow you guys to be able to connect your PC up to the TV, or you can also Chrome remote in, or if you got a PC, you can remote into this and easily be able to use this TV as a secondary monitor. And also, you can connect up a Bluetooth device. So if you got a keyboard or a mouse, you can connect that right up to here and just use this as a crazy huge monitor. Now, another thing that we got here that's on the home screen now, this was one of my issues that I had when I unboxed this TV here. The first thing I mentioned was there was these 2 new tabs called Game and Music. When I first took it out of the box, these were disabled. So I had no idea what these were. But let me tell you, these 2 things right here, game changers. Let me show you what they are. All right, so the first thing is we got game, right? So if we go into the gaming option, this is going to give us the ability to be able to cloud game right from your TV. So think about it like this. If you're paying $1,800 for this, you're getting a crystal quality TV, you're getting a music streamer, which we're gonna get to that here in a second, and then you also getting a gaming console that's basically built right into the TV that you can game from. If you guys have Utomic, if you have GeForce Now, if you got subscriptions to those, Black Nut, you can be able to access all of those games right here on your TV, and you don't have to have a gaming console to be able to do it, which I think is dope. All you have to do is connect up to a gaming controller and you in there and you good to go. Now, the other thing that we get is called music. Now, with this music tab, this is fire, y'all, and I gotta go into it because a lot of time when I'm working or just kind of chilling in my space here, I like to play a lot of lo-fi music and stuff like that because it helps me think, it helps me just kind of get going and just get things done, right? But on this TV here, I have access to lo-fi music, sleep music. I can go into the different LG moods here. I can go into meditation, cafe, which is one that I personally like to listen to, or if I want, I can connect my smartphone to it, play music directly from there, or I got Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, which is a subscription that I have, and I can play all of that right through this TV. So for example, let's go into Cafe, right? It has its own music player here that will play right here on the TV. The other thing that I like about on this screen here, you get the ability to be able to switch to your moment. So if you had photos that is loaded here on the TV, you can be able to have those playing in the background as like picture artwork while it's also playing music in the background. You can also have movement. So you can have like different little screens like this that's gonna show up. Art pieces here that will show up as well. And then you can also switch it to a clock here if you wanted to, which I think the clock actually looks pretty sleek. And then another cool thing you can do on here is the screen off feature. So this is a feature where I can have music playing, and I'll just do an example here, and I can have the screen turned off. So that way I can just have the music playing on a black screen. So I'm gonna turn back on and I'm gonna turn screen off. And just like that, I got music playing, and yet the screen is off, which is gonna help save with the OLED and burn-in and all of that that happens with OLED panels. So, and if I ever wanna wake it back up, just shake the remote and I'm right there back in it, which is really dope. Another thing that I like here is they also group sports. Because remember, on the LG C2, they had all of these sports. Again, they were all different sections on that home screen. They decided to group all of these in here, which is way better than what we got on the C2 as far as the menu goes. So I'm actually hoping on the C2 that they actually give us an update to be able to change all of this, because I think on this one here, it looks way better. And I can also edit the cards if I wanted to. So let's, for example, say I didn't want sports. I can move sports up there, and then boom, just like that, sports is now gone from my my home screen menu. Now, another new feature that they've added on here is a change to the settings menu. So if I go ahead and press the settings menu here, you can see that it'll pop up a whole new style and layout that looks way better. You just get access to all of the quick stuff that you need within here in just a whole new look and design. And then you also have a recent history up here, which is something that I like, where for me, I was in my OLED Pixel because I turned the brightness down. But whatever you was in last, that's what's gonna show up here. So if I go out of it, and then if I go back, you can see picture mode is what's gonna show up here, which is really dope. I would like to see LG give us like a new background, like, or the ability to be able to change the backgrounds of this. So maybe I want to add in some of the artwork, since the artwork is already loaded into the software, or if I wanted to add family pictures on the background here, I should be able to do that on this screen versus it just being like this static image up here. So again, not that big of a deal, but it is something that I would like to see LG kind of give us on here. All right, so Anthony Tintaya Zambrano says, serious request. I'm gonna call you ATZ. ATZ says, serious request. You could analyze yellow images like The Simpsons. I had an LG and the yellow color always looked like greenish yellow, a horrible yellow. And if you can compare it with a yellow of a Samsung TV or your own cell phone, thanks, bro. So I don't have another, I got another Samsung TV, but it's upstairs. I ain't about to go do that. But what I will do is I'll go ahead and check this TV right here, and we're gonna put on something that's got some yellow in it, and then we're gonna see what it looks like on the TV. Let's do it. All right, so we got The Simpsons here pulled up. Let's go ahead and check out one of these episodes, and we're gonna see, if the yellow looks yellow or if it looks green. I feel like the yellows look yellow, especially now that you can see like the chair there has like it's green on it. So you can see here like the chair in itself, it looks green. The yellow looks yellow, even his suit is green. You can kind of see the difference in contrast there. But for me, in my personal opinion, I think the yellows look yellow to me. Hope that answered your question. All right, so the next thing we gotta talk about, y'all, is the audio quality on this TV. Is it good? Do I actually need an external sound bar or anything like that? I'll say this. The sound quality on this TV actually is pretty loud for the most part. So one of the things I would make sure you guys turn on is AI sound, because that's gonna basically calibrate this TV as far as the speakers and the sound quality to the information that it gets from your room. But again, take that as a grain of salt, because obviously if you were to add like a sound bar, something like that, like a Sonos sound bar, it is gonna sound way better than what's coming from the TV. But in my personal opinion, I don't think I really need a soundbar or need anything other than, the speakers that come from this TV, because honestly, I felt like it sounds pretty good. I'm gonna turn it over here real quick, but I gotta turn it down because I ain't trying to get copyrighted. Pretty loud for the most part.
Deuce, shit I just took back there? Been touching cloth since last night.
All right, let me cut that off because I ain't trying to get copyrighted. Your boy's still trying to get paid off this video. So for me, y'all, the audio quality on this TV is fine. I haven't noticed any issues with it when testing it out. No sound crackling or anything like that when it came to this TV overall. All right, so my guy Adam Jahani says, can you resize the screen size to a 32-inch or 28-inch? Now, if you don't know what he's talking about, so Sony actually has this on their newer TVs, which I'm actually trying to get Sony to send me one of those. But Sony does have a feature where you can actually resize and scale the image of the TV here. But On this TV right here, no, you do not have the option to be able to resize it and rescale it down to a 32-inch. Yeah, you can only switch the aspect ratios with these TVs here. You can't change the actual resizing of the screen size. All right, so the last thing before I get into my overall thoughts is one of the biggest selling points to this TV right here is the game quality. How has the game quality been on this TV? So for me, gaming in 4K, 120 hertz in OLED picture goodness is absolute fire, y'all, man. Like for me, when you game in OLED, man, you really don't want to go back to nothing else. And I feel like with this TV right here, you're getting all of the sauce that you want. Now for me, I play games like Call of Duty, which allow 4K 120. I play games like God of War, which allows 4K 120. And let me tell you, man, the picture quality and the gaming experience is fire. Now, a lot of you guys asked about the gaming lag. How is the lag on here? Now it is less than 0.1 milliseconds, so you won't have any issues with that. It feels very real time. You're not gonna have any lags, whether you're playing fast-paced games, first-person shooters like Call of Duty, fast-paced games like God of War, stuff like that in regards to role-playing games. I haven't had any issues with it. I feel like it would be dope. Now, again, I know the price would have went up, but somebody mentioned that it would be dope if they actually gave us 4K 144 hertz on this TV. I think that would have been dope too. But again, you know, we can't have it all. All right, so Knowledge 123, I'm gonna call you K because, you know, we just like to shorten everything. So he says, how about OLED burn-ins? Is your old C2 TV burn-in free? First off, K, don't disrespect the C2. The C2 ain't that old, bro. It's only a year old. No, I haven't had any burn-in issues with that TV, and I'm pointing this way because it's literally sitting right over there. And I had it for over a year now. You can check out my 1-year review on that video right up here on the card. And I also haven't had any with my 1-week review with the C3 here real quick. I haven't had any issues with it at all. And I feel like nowadays these TVs are getting to the point where technology is helping a lot to prevent those burn-ins because you have a lot of the screen refreshing and different things like that as far as the pixel shifting to kind of help avoid, you know, that issue being a thing. So no, in short, I haven't had any issues as far as burning on my C2 or the LG C3. But overall, man, I feel like within my 1 week's testing of this TV, again, I haven't had really that many issues with it at all. There's some minor things that I would like to see that they've changed that I mentioned in this video so far. Picture quality is good. The audio quality coming out of it is good. The build quality is good. Like, there's a lot of good things that I like about this TV here that I feel like it is definitely worth you guys' money if you guys were to invest in something like this. And again, I'll have a link for you guys down in the description section below. You can pick it up at Best Buy, which is the place where I got mine from. And then the other thing is, let's say you guys have a C2 model. Should you guys upgrade to the C3 model? Because I know a lot of you guys have been wondering that, and I am gonna do my comparison video between those two, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But I will say this, if you guys have a C2 and you happy with your C2, there's really not enough to really make me want to spend the extra money to say, you know what, the C2 is outdated and it is old. I wouldn't necessarily do that just because the picture quality, yes, it is somewhat and slightly better on the C3. It is brighter for sure. You're really not going to notice the difference unless you have them side by side. So for me, I would say for the most part, if you can find a C2 on a discount, I saw somebody say they saw it at Costco for like 600 some bucks. So if you can find it for $600, listen, you need to get that like ASAP. A lot of you guys have been asking about the G3 in comparison, so this is something that I also plan to get here on the channel, so just bear with me. You know, I gotta get through the C3 content first. But yeah, the G3 is definitely something that I feel like is a dope option. I do like the fact of the back end of the G3. It just looks and seems a whole lot more sleeker in that design, and I hear the picture quality is also slightly better as well. So all of that I'm gonna be testing out here on the channel, but I would just say if you love what you love, stick with what you got. But if you really feel like you want to upgrade, then the C3 model is definitely a go for sure. But that's pretty much it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you found anything helpful in this video, let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, consider hitting that like button. It'll help push out to the algorithm and get this video a bunch of views so I can continue making more content. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button below if you guys are new here as well. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Squad.